But let's get right to the actual death of Superman, because I'll be honest, at the very start of that sequence, when when Doomsday has landed back on Earth and he's got Superman's limp body in his hands, I was still kind of feeling a little bit like, I'm not feeling the feels, because I know that he's not really dead, right? And I know that he's going to be back in a few episodes, so this death feels a little bit, I felt a little bit, But then Bitsy Tulloch, the actress who plays Lois, right away when the camera goes to her and she's taking those first steps towards his body on the ground, and you see her realizing like, oh my God, I am about to see him not alive anymore. Like everything got real quiet for me and I felt like a chill. And then they go into the flashbacks where you see all the images, all the key moments from them together. And the way they set that up, putting you in Lois's shoes, suddenly that brought me right to my knees. And when she finally does see him dead and starts crying and the whole thing, like, I was a mess. I started crying during the flashbacks because right away I realized like she's not ready for this. And I, as a Superman fan, I know he's going to come back, but Lois doesn't know. And these boys, they don't know. So they're about to see their world dead on the ground. Like watching that, man, that threw me like that. Like, and it's funny because again, it caught me by surprise because I was thinking I wasn't going to feel anything again. I was like, oh man, this is going to be like in Batman versus Superman again, where Superman's going to die right in front of me and I'm not going to feel sad. I'm going to feel kind of about it. And for that movie, I felt about it because the whole thing felt so rushed and sort of anticlimactic to me. And I wasn't in love with that version of Superman yet. And for this one, it was more like, I know he's going to be back in an episode or two, so I'm not going to get too caught up in thinking he's dead. I really thought like, I wasn't feeling it. But the way that they got us there, the way that they put us in Lois's shoes, and the tragic realization that while we know, us comic book fans, us nerds, we on the outside of all of this, we know he'll be back in a few episodes in some way, shape, or form, but they don't, and they are going to have to deal with this tragic loss right now. Like the whole, the immensity of that moment really just brought me to my knees. And I got to tell you, it felt really good for that moment to land because I was a little worried. I was like, is he going to die and I'm really not going to feel anything again? I was, but lo and behold, I felt something. So now